Hi, everyone. Welcome to Divine Sacred Tarot. I am so grateful that I get to channel these messages for you. And one of the biggest messages had come through, and it was all about how we are being triggered and asked to come back to our authentic selves. Now, I do tell you more in my exclusive members only newsletter. This goes out weekly to all Divine Sacred Tarot members who are a part of the collective on my website. So if you wanted to join the members only area and receive weekly newsletters, exclusive readings, head over to divinesacredtarot.com. The link is in the description box. And I wanted to share any energetic um volatility that may be occurring with you around you at this time. Now, some of you may be going into public and you're feeling a lot more drained by other people, and you're noticing these energies take a little bit longer to ground, and you are being encouraged to ground at this time. You are also being asked to reflect on your twin flame connection and why these triggers are giving you the opportunity to come back home to yourself, to actually acknowledge how sovereign, how divine, what a superior empress you actually are. And this isn't to say you're better than them, it's just to say you're choosing yourself, your higher self. You're choosing a higher version of you in order to come into this alchemical balance that I'm talking about. So I'm going to go through a Celtic cross reading, and I'm just going to spread out the cards. I've been shuffling this whole time. I want to go through some of the cards, some of the challenges, what's going on around the root energy, around your past, around any strengths you may be experiencing, around the future of your energy at this time. And then I am going to use some clarification cards based on where you are, based on what other people are around you, based on the shadow energies and the prospective outcomes. So at the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Cups. Yes, there is this emotional volatility at this time. I am seeing a lot of energy being sifted through, like you are trying to understand where your identity is at this time. You've been through this series of birth, rebirth energy, and I'm definitely seeing that you are this queen of wands, queen of cups, the magician, eight of swords type of energy. You keep going back and forth to actually um finding validity to your sovereign nature. I feel like some of you question how sovereign you are, but you are absolutely coming back to an identity of repositioning from the old you to the new you, not using logic. It's about understanding your old conditioning around safety, around deserving, acknowledging where your nervous system is and recalibrating it into a new reality, right? Your soul already knows what you deserve, and your nervous system just needs a little bit of time to catch up. And you're actually learning to receive when not performing for it, which is such a big line. And I talk a little bit more about this in the newsletter. I also see the Ten of Wands. I feel like some of you have carried a big burden around earning your keep, right? Sometimes you're being taught to earn these particular things and then you get a reward as a consequence. Like even the terminology of being good. There is a study around children how have been taken, oh, they've been in a classroom setting and the teacher has taken away the word good. So instead of praising a child with good work or good job or that's good of you, they are trying to remove that terminology, that word, so people, especially children, don't feel that they need to validate themselves on other people's approval. And this has been etched into your DNA. And you are learning not to perform for others. You don't need to perform for rewards or accolades or things like that. You are doing this deep feminine embodiment work and you are doing it perfectly. So what I'm seeing right now is your current challenge at this time is, let's have a look at the card. Nine of Cups. Oh my gosh, absolutely receiving the abundance of it. Now, you don't need to go out and get rewarded, or kind of like you don't need to spend money in order to um, feel as if you've earned it. Like, I feel some people are like, I'm gonna go shopping because um I'm gonna reward myself because I've earned it, because I feel like this is the energy that I want to claim, right? I've worked this many hours or I've earned this much money, and you're kind of giving yourself the energy of, because I've worked so hard, I'm rewarding myself for this. And I feel like there has been this sense of cleanse that has been happening, because right now you have to return to a frequency of being at home with yourself and actually acknowledging, what do you actually need right now? Is it warmth? Is it silence? Is it stillness? Is it food? What do you need? What does your aura emanate? Because right now your aura is high vibrational. Otherwise, I know categorically you would not have found this video. You do not find this channel, because I do not promote, I don't advertise, I don't share things unnecessarily. And this channel is only for high vibrational beings. So if you found this, you are in this category. You are in this category of Nine of Cups. Your present reality is overflowing with abundance. And I'm not just saying that of count your blessings or be appreciative of where you are. You already know that. You don't even need to be told these things, because you have already been the giver. You've already been the protector. You've already been the type of individual who is the strong one, the stabilizer, the responsible one. You have been the person who manages performance, outcomes, resource flow. You are very intelligent in who you are, how you give to others. And that also means that the universe has blessed you with certain people, certain financial abundance. You've also got a lot going for you in regards to health. And if this doesn't resonate with you, have a think about what you are blessed in. It's not about counting your blessings. It's actually saying, what are you currently abundant in? Are you abundant in freedom, in time? Somebody I know who's a very, very dear friend has been furloughed, and the government obviously are doing these cleansings for individuals. But that in itself, even though there is less financial stability, for light workers, star seeds, and angel workers, what we are seeing is you are being categorically pulled away from the public, who are siphoning your energy for themselves, so they can complain more, so they can give power to the dark shadow energies. And you are not one of those people. So instead of them siphoning your energy, you're being told to continue to rest in the abundance of where you are, because you are going to be protected and given the opportunity to rise. Look at this at the bottom of the deck. Again, we've got the Queen of Cups. Every emotion that is coming up for you right now, it's giving you the energy to clear any residual trauma, any residual pain, all the old wounds and the stories that you have been carrying. The Nine of Cups is actually clarified by the Judgment card. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use three decks here. So we've got the baseline deck, which is your main card. Then we've got the clarification, and I'm going to get another deck as well to look at the clarification of the clarification. So why have we got the Nine of Cups and the Judgment card? Because the Judgment card is all about this reconciliation with yourself. How many times are we told that we need to reconcile with our partner? The partner is coming in and love is on its way, and that is all well and good, but you need to be coming home to yourself, and that is the most important relationship that you have. And just as I said that, we have the 10 of Cups to clarify, the Nine of Cups, the Judgment. You don't need to rely on your counterpart to give you this abundance, this love, this happiness, this peace, this clarity. that comes from you. And at the bottom of this deck now is the Queen of Swords. So we've got the Queen of Cups twice. We've got the Queen of Swords once. We are embodying this sovereign energy. Are you kidding me? Because the one card that is flipped is the Queen of Pentacles. This is extraordinary to me because we've seen the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Swords, and now the Queen of Pentacles. You are embodying this. And if you are a divine masculine who is listening to this message, know that the Queen is replaced by the King because your energy is giving. As soon as I said that, your energy is being replaced by the King. We've got the King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck and the Six of Wands wanted to come out because this is the reckoning. This is the time that you have put into your own habits, your tools, your specific acts and behaviors that have led you to acknowledge that you are not selfish when it comes to self-love. That is not it. And if you classify self-love as giving yourself a beauty treatment, giving yourself a facial, pouring yourself into a book or cooking for yourself, you need to know how incredible that energy is because you are lighting up your aura and that is emanating outwards. And Spirit is asking you to protect that away from souls who drain your energy at this time. Now, your challenge card is the Temperance. And I find it really ironic that your challenge is to come into the alchemical balance because you need to acknowledge this is number 1 and 4, number 14. And it's also a card of number 5. It's a card of change. It's about acknowledging this alchemical process of rebalancing your divine masculine and feminine within. This is giving you the wow, 10 of Pentacles wanted to come out straight away. We've also got the Page of Wands and the Page of Cups, the Six of Swords wanting to clarify themselves. We have a lot of energy that is trying to come into yours. 10 of Cups now wanted to come out into the neutral. So it's almost as if like some of you are thinking, I need to choose between the material success or the spiritual success. I think I need to either meditate more, go inwards, and then I need to remove myself off from material success. But that is not the case because when you acknowledge the success that you have all on your own, the success that you have in harmony, in peace, in clarity, in love, then that is what is going to be reflected to the outer reality. And you are going to have all these options come to you. Let's have a look at more clarification around the Page of Cups, the Temperance, and the Six of Swords. Absolutely. Seven of Wands, you are asked to protect this energy, to persevere with yourself and the options that present themselves up for you today. You don't need to choose between yes and no. You get to ponder and recalibrate your nervous system into what it wants. And as I split the deck, we've got the High Priestess. So this is very important for you to not look at things logically as you used to, but look at things intuitively and don't question yourself as much as you used to. Queen of Pentacles wanted to come out now. We've got the Page of Swords. So look, we've got the Page of Cups, the Page of Swords. I think we have the Page of Wands as well at some point. But basically, look, we've gone from the queens to the pages, and that is the energy that the devil, that the low vibrational energies want to keep you at. They want to keep you hovering in this low level frequency so they can keep feeding off of that. You are a queen, you are a sovereign, you are a king, you are royalty, and you need to understand that when you are in your whole authentic self, more like-minded wholeness, peace, love come to you naturally. Why have we got the Page and the Six of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles in the neutral? That's too many cards. Yeah, you're tending to overthink about everything else that is pulling on your energy. You are being strong about this. You know that you need to recalibrate this energy. This none of this is news to you. You are currently aware of all of the challenges that are coming towards you. What about the root of the energy? We've got the Knight of Pentacles, the King of Cups, the Four of Swords. Now I find that Knight of Pentacles is very slow moving. It's very grounded. As I split the deck, we've got the Temperance card. At the bottom of the deck, we've got the Death and Rebirth. You are going through a new foundation between understanding what is stability, what is safety, what is sovereign for you, and your new reality. So you are asked to rest, to honor the emotions that come up. That's the type of energy that I'm getting. Honoring where you are, what is happening, and rest. Some of you may be feeling absolutely lethargic and fatigued. You may be feeling triggered by many, many people. Why have you got the Knight, the King, and the Four of Swords? The Knight of Pentacles, the King of Cups, the Four of Swords. What messages do we need to learn and to clarify from these root energies? Give me one card, please, Spirit. Thank you. Seven of Pentacles, absolutely. King of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Seven of Pentacles is here because it's saying that you are understanding what you think and believe will materialize by basing yourself in the emotional grounding of your reality, by creating boundaries for others. Wow, you are this Empress energy. This is the Empress card that came out to clarify. Queen of Pentacles, manifesting your abundance in the 3D, in the here and now. And wow, the Seven of Swords came up in the inverse, saying you're not going to take any people's judgment, any people's opinions, any people's mirroring, wounding energies. You may trigger a lot of people to see themselves in a better light, and it actually causes a lot of turmoil, a lot of upheaval for them, and they want to retaliate to you because sometimes when people are so successful, so happy, so in love, you've got people who will find the negative in that, and that is not your energy. You need to understand how important that high vibrational energy is, and you have built your own pedestal. You've been uncertain whether you need to sit on that throne, and some days you sit on that throne loud and proud, and sometimes you sit on that throne a little bit quietly, and other times you sit next to the throne. And all of these things that I'm trying to share and understand for you is saying that it doesn't matter what energy you are in. Do not let anybody else's opinion throw you off your game, because you are so incredible. You are so worthy of the aura that you hold. This was especially designed for you, for your purpose. By you sitting at home and meditating, you are actually affecting the collective vibration. People think that when you're sitting alone and you're meditating, you're doing nothing. No, that is wrong. You are actually recalibrating a lot of the energies that people are having to decipher, and you are cleansing those energies through your meditation, through your high vibrational beings. You are affecting people with your energy, with your aura that you have never met before, and you have no idea how important your energy and your power has been to people that are truly struggling right now. So please bear that in mind as you're going through your own struggles, or maybe even be kinder to yourself when you're thinking you're not doing enough. You are absolutely on time. You are on purpose. So the past energy, we've got the Nine of Wands. Yeah, a lot of you felt like you were persevering and you didn't really know what that path was. You didn't really know. You felt like quite knocked down by the earth frequencies. I feel like sometimes when people used to take you for granted, or lean on you because you're the strong one, or lean on your energy, it caused you a lot of heartache. It caused you a lot of pain. It caused you to walk away from certain people that no longer vibrated with you. Look, we've got the Five of Cups, the Three of Swords, the Tower card. All these energies are given because you are a strong soul and you had a higher purpose. And the Strength card is saying that all of these things had to make you stronger, and the Sun card just came out. So it wanted to make you stronger, to learn the lessons, to create your boundaries, not because you weren't able to serve, not because you weren't able to lead. It's because you were meant for a bigger purpose. The Four of Swords is back again to say you get to rest because you are doing enough. The King of Cups, the Five of Wands in the inverse. The emotions that you're feeling are sometimes the emotions of the collective. You may be feeling you're counterparts' emotions, but this is about you alchemizing their energy without them even knowing it. You know how some people walk into the room and they can affect other people around them? That is what you do unconsciously. You do this without even thought. Your energetic vibration, your energy is so powerful that people feel energized just being around you, and that is needed at some times. But sometimes you do need to come back to yourself and stop considering yourself as an option. What is your current strength at this time? Judgment card. Wow. This judgment card is this beautiful white bird floating up above the clouds with butterflies, thousands and thousands of butterflies around them. And I'm just seeing that when you are going to be put through a harsh scenario and situation, it's nothing you can't handle. You are not given anything that you cannot handle. And that means that your insight, your guidance, your clarity, your vision is actually being cemented into this reality. And you're doing something far greater for the collective by building the foundation. And you're no longer doing this alone. You are doing this with your spirit guides, with your angels, with your ancestors. That is a strength that you have come to learn, is to understand that you can collectively call upon these higher beings and they can allow to transmute these energies for you. So everybody has their own support system, their own support team, and you are figuring out that all these things that you are going through alone is bringing you to a higher degree of communication with your higher self, with your ancestors, with your guides. And you are going to be matched with individuals who help you come to this realization. And this is a very powerful energy. Just as soon as I said that, we've got the Chariot card that flew out and the Fool card. So we do have this energy of a fast moving decision being made around the hardships that you have encountered. What is coming up in the near future? The Two of Pentacles. I feel that this is more about you honoring your higher self, you honoring your younger self, you honoring the love that you hold, and you are truly declaring how much you need to put yourself into a powerful energy, right? So you are asked to reclaim your power, cut your trauma core dynamic, shift the energetic balance. And so you are actually committing to yourself. You are actually asking yourself to honor what is real, what is an equilibrium, what is devotion, what is clarity, what is peace. You are correct to hold your own sovereignty. So right now you may be triggered by old identity wounds, but you are asking things of yourself and you need to commit to yourself. And that is what spirit is asking you to do, is continue to commit and honor yourself, to know your worth. The Six of Wands came out. The Queen of Swords is sometimes people do need to be given the harsh truth and you can't help but trigger them. And that is not up to you. That is up to them. So they may be cut short, cut out of their own energetic self, but they see you and they want to skip that and go to straight into you being siphoned for your energy. But you are cutting people off because you are cutting those energetic cords and coming back to yourself, so you know your energy can go to a higher state of being. And because of that, you are actually asking yourself to um, forget what other people want and need, but go with what your higher self is asking. You know, before you used to neglect your inner child, your higher self. Now you're going to your higher self and your inner child for solace, for confidence, for knowledge. Look, we've got the Queen of Swords clarified by the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Wands is at the bottom of the deck as well. So there is this passion, there is this fire, there is this truth, there is this knowledge and expertise that you hold, and you are not going to give away that for free. You are actually asking others to respect your boundaries, to respect your barriers. And if they cannot do that, then that is up to them. But you are building a new earth all on your own with your divine team. That is what is happening in the near future. When you come to this alchemical balance between you, yourself, and who you are becoming, you're actually leading success in a higher vibrational on this earth plane. You are emanating this energy around you. So you're not asking other people to, well, you're not giving the energy towards other people freely, you're actually preserving it and creating a whole new reality that they don't even know how this is happening. Yeah, so this is about the devil, the magician card. Instead of other people um leeching off your energy, you're able to recalibrate yourself through those tools, through those habits, through those behaviors that you have into this alchemical balance of the magician and create your reality, but you're also creating a harmonious world around you. Okay, so what about you right now? Six of Wands. Now, Six of Wands have come out three times now on this reading. And remember, I've got three decks around me. So every single deck has shown a Six of Wands to me. Why is this important? It's because the Six of Wands is about victory. You have been victorious with the tests, with the challenges, with the experiences that you have been given. You know that this wasn't easy. You know that you've been given a soul task. You may have felt quite alone in your journey. And now this is no more being alone, no more cutting yourself off. You have been through this death, rebirth, this perseverance of your energy. Remember in the past position, we had the Nine of Wands. Well, actually, you had held on to not giving up on others, believing in yourself, believing in the good of people. And I say good as in there's kindness, there's love, there's peace. I believe that the people that you have been forced into was supposed to give you the um alchemical opposite of what you don't want before you can actually magnetize what you do want, because you are living in the energy of what you do want. Does that make sense? It's just saying that spirit is giving you everything, every challenge, every trigger to know this is what you don't want. Great. Okay, now you know what you do want. Now you can manifest these things. Why have we got the Nine of Wands and the Six of Wands? Nine in the inverse is a six. So this is all about this love that you're emanating from your heart space. You're maybe doing some yoga, which is heart-centered, heart opening. And the Five of Swords is saying that, you've often questioned yourself and your purpose in your recent times. Sometimes you were given so many challenges, you felt left out in the cold, that you felt like you were being ignored. But this was actually helping you ignite your power. Why the Six of Wands, the Nine of Wands, one card? Okay, not one card. The Tower, the Two of Swords, the King of Swords, the Temperance, the Hermit. Yeah, you needed to recalibrate the balance between your divine masculine and feminine energies and understand what exactly you want. What is happening around you? The Tower card. Like, listen, we had the Tower card earlier and now we've got it again. Because remember, I just called out the Tower card. This is now the third card, pardon me, the second card that has come out three times. First, it was the Six of Wands. Then we've got the Tower. And then we had the Ten of Cups come out twice, the Judgment come out twice. Why are these messages relevant? Because other people had tried to keep you in their chaos, in their drama, in their low vibrational energy, and you have become privy to that. So you've hidden away your energy and you've siphoned off the energy to from others to your higher self. So Father Sky, Mother Earth, you've been able to channel this energy for the highest and best good. Your prayers are sovereign, sacred codes. So whenever you pray for somebody, they don't even need to know about it, but you, by just doing that by yourself, is an act of love. It's an act of pure, unconditional love. And the Tower just tells us that other people are going through this hardship. They're going through this inner remorse. They're going through the pain. They're going through these triggers. And that is nothing to do with you anymore, because you are channeling these messages to help the divine, help the collective, but you're no longer intermingled with their chaos. You're working hard to preserve Eight of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. You're working hard to preserve the high vibrational energy around you. But in order for you to do that, you kind of need to be on your own. You need to calibrate through those habits, through those tools that you use. Why the Tower? Why the Five of Cups? This is the others energy, remember, the tower, the five of cups. This is low vibrational energy that is, you are recognizing is not a part of you anymore. You recognize it so well. It's like you see all of the colors now. The four of pentacles, people are holding on to things and they believe that success is monetary, but you are knowing, you are understanding that this wasn't ever the success and the abundance that you were supposed to have. You were supposed to have the peace, the light, the joy, because the shadow self is talking about you can't have one thing without the other. You can't have both. You need to walk away from the monetary abundance. But Spirit is saying that using your intuition and being a kind, loving person, being a high vibrational energy, you are being given the opportunities, the success, the rewards, even without asking. And because you're doing that, whenever you are in service for others, Spirit is going to reward you in so many different fruitful ways. Like even actually having the freedom around you, having the opportunity to lead your with your passions, having the time to go and do your hobbies. That's such a big, beautiful sign that you hadn't necessarily understood what the bigger purpose of that was. You know, you had come into this energy that you thought that everything that needs to be hard was hard. Nine of Cups, Ten of Swords. You thought that you needed to earn the accolade, the freedom, but you have earned it. You have, because the fact that you're here listening in your spare time, that you're actually putting effort and tools and energy towards your higher self, meditation, movement, breath work, whatever you are doing it in service without even understanding it. And that's why the universe will reward you. But the shadow is saying that, you've been through the heartache, you've been through the conflict, the world, the Ten of Cups, the Pentacles, the Emperor. This is actually saying that you were lured by success, by money, by monetary rewards. It's like the devil energy is saying, look, come towards me. I will give you all of these things. But you need to give a part of your soul for this. And many people have exchanged that with the devil, but you refused. You decided to be in the shadows, to be in the dark, to go through these challenges. And even though many a times, many nights you felt alone or you cried and you felt that nobody was with you, that you didn't know who to lean on. Now Spirit's giving you people to lean on, but most of all, you're leaning on yourself. What is the future outcome of this energy, of this whole reading? The Queen of Pentacles and the Six of Cups. Why have we got the Queen of Pentacles again for the second time? Why have we got the Six of Cups? You thought you had to make a decision between the old version and the new version. You thought you had to make a decision between the success monetary and the success of freedom and love and peace. This is, wow, Six of Cups and Six of Cups. You're coming home to yourself. You're coming home to the old version of you. Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck. You've recalibrated and acknowledged that the death and rebirth was a sacred act, a sacred portal that you'd gone through. And you are manifesting things into your reality because you are a beautiful soul, that you have been given a specific purpose. And the way you do it brings harmony, joy, and tranquility. So you're bringing these catalyst moments to those people around you, but you're doing it in order for success. Four of Wands, Six of Swords. You're doing it in the act of love of within itself, right? You are moving forward with your energy because you know it is divinely led. Why the Six of Cups, the Magician, the Fool card? This is all harmoniously led for you to manifest your wishes come true. Queen of Pentacles, the Star card. All these major arcana are coming back to you because you chose yourself. That is why you're going to be receiving and rewarded. This is a new beginning because you've trusted your intuition. You've trusted that Spirit is leading you to speak your authentic truth, to deliver with love, to be your whole self. The Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck now, right? You know that you are no longer alone. You know that you have your spirit team, and the Spirit will continue to give you the people that are aligned with your higher self. And it's time to let the old people go. It's time to let the old version of you go because the new version of you is honestly the best thing that could ever happen to you. You coming home to yourself, you celebrating yourself, you knowing how worthy you are, you sitting on top of your throne is actually the best gift you can give the collective, because your energy is also praying for others to receive love, to receive happiness, to receive safety, security, stability. And that is the type of energy. This is why, look, we just had the Empress card come out, the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. So they have come out twice now in this reading. So this is why you are given. You know how when people say, oh, you are, okay, so there's certain celebrities that people don't like, Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. What you're being told is they made the right person famous. You know what I mean? You know what they're saying is they made the right person famous. They have given the right energy to the right person, which is you who's listening to this message. Spirit, angels, ancestors, guides, your contract gave you the opportunity to be the person who changed this earth. You may not be recognized in the external world for your triumphs, for your love, for your knowledge, but you are recognized in the spiritual world for all of the love that you've been giving and receiving. So you will feel this, you will be given this. And because of that, you are being told that we chose the right person for this job. There is no question, there is no uncertainty that you are here and designed to be this individual who has been given a very, very difficult task. And by being given that task, you've been given the opportunity to rise above the low level vibrations, the low level, like, oh, if you have this, we're going to give you this as a reward. Hey, why don't you exchange that for this? And you are understanding, well, that's not what I want. That's not what I'm seeking. But is it better for the collective? I feel like when you wish for good things, you wish for the collective to have good things. You don't wish just for yourself. You pray for others to have success, to have glory. And that type of energy, that type of individual is immersed in you. Your parents did right by you. And if you didn't have that role model, such as your parents, you have been given these types of role models dispersed in your life, and you're becoming your own role model for what you want and how you want this earth frequency to be. You probably are a parent who is doing the best for your children, and that is the role model that they needed. They needed somebody to be strong, to overcome some of this heartache and pain, and be the role model that they needed. And that is you. You are them. I feel like this is such a big opportunity for you to come home to yourself. And it's giving you the ability to trust that you are doing good. You have been through a lot, but now is the time to honor what your past has overcome and receive what you are meant to receive, because there are big plans for you. They are amazing opportunities for you on this earth plane. So if you resonated with any of this, please do let me know. Comment on the comments box or leave a few emojis so I know that they are being recognized. And remember, when you engage with these videos, it doesn't just mean that there is an engagement on YouTube, it means that there is an engagement to other like-minded individuals. Because when our energy is infused in this video, whether you're seeing it now or in the near future, there is a timeline jump that people get just by listening to this video and by reading your comments. Makes such a big difference. You will not believe how many comments that I have read, and it's changed my energy. That means you who is listening right now, your comments, your engagement all hold magical powers. And that is why I want you to hit the like button and share a comment so you can actually infuse this message with a higher vibrational energy that I couldn't do on my own. But because of this glorious community, we're able to do it together. So let me know if you resonated. And I'm sending you guys so much love. If you wanted extended readings, weekly newsletters, head over to divinesacredtarot.com and you can join the membership. And I'm sending you guys so much love again. Bye for now.